Hello, and thanks for tuning in. This is UCTV News, and it starts right now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dan Silva.
And I'm Regan Schiappa. Fridays for Future, a group that participates in the International Climate School Strike movement, changes its leadership after all the former officers resigned. Many of the members have expressed concerns that the organization is straying from its original message of inclusiveness and nonviolence created and led by Greta Thunberg.
On Tuesday, the new USG Comptroller Fabio Sacomano and the funding student staff of USG held a town hall meeting presenting new funding policies as well as to hear concerns from Tier 2 organizations on past policies. The meeting included suggestions from the students present as well as clarifying the new plan. They also reminded students that the required informational budgets for Tier 2 organizations will be due on the 15th of November.
Facing a state mandate to reduce water usage by a third, the University of Connecticut has built a reclaimed water facility to tap into an abundant supply of treated wastewater available at the institution's water resource recovery facility. The plant continues to meet its treatment goals and has made significant operational improvements by implementing successful control strategies. UConn continues to plan future applications for reclaimed water.
The Ballard Institute and Museum of Puppetry at UConn will be presenting Holiday Punch by Modern Times Theater to celebrate Thanksgiving. The show will also feature live music played on a variety of instruments from the ukulele to the bicycle pump. This 45-minute show is recommended for all ages and will be showing on November 16th at 2 p.m. in downtown Storrs.
UConn has just landed a 10-star recruit from Ellington, Connecticut, but get this, he's only 7 years old. The Hartford Courant reports that Rylan Ellingwood suffers from an autoimmune disorder. He was paired with UConn through Boston-based Team Impact. Dan Hurley, the men's basketball head coach, received a signed letter of intent making Rylan an official member of the team. Team Impact has paired more than 1,900 children with over 600 colleges across the country and continue to make kids' dreams come true. How does food insecurity impact UConn students? UCTV News reporter Luke Hydash tells us more.
Joking that dinner is going to be another night of ramen is something all college students do, but that's called food insecurity, something one UConn group says is a real problem. Students have until November 6th to fill out the annual Food Insecurity Survey put out by the Dean of Students Office, thanks in part to UConn Access to Food Efforts, or UCAFE for short, co-founders Wawa Gaturu and Abhishek Gupta.
And it was while doing an independent study on college campus food insecurity that I saw that there was a gap in the information that's been collected, not only from UConn, but other public institutions of higher education in regards to access to food and food security.
Food insecurity is not knowing where your next meal will come from, and it's catching the attention of lawmakers. Now, by law, public universities must survey students to gather data and see how bad the problem is on each campus.
And from the data that we collect, the UConn institution, as well as the UCAFE coalition that we've created on the side of students, which includes Tier 3 organizations like USG, PERG, and SUBOG, we're all going to use the data to kind of help create initiatives to help solve this problem on campus.
The big goal?
The end result that we really want to see happen is the creation of a permanent food pantry on campus.
For UCTV News, I'm Luke Hydash.
Opioid overdose deaths doubled over the past 6 years in Connecticut. Researchers from UConn and Yale say this is caused by fentanyl mixed with other drugs. Data gathered from the state's Office of the Chief Medical Examiner shows a 221% increase in opioid-related overdoses from 2012 to 2018. UConn Assistant Professor of Medicine and Public Health Greg Ree said at UConn Today, "This is about people using multiple drugs together, increasingly common." Fentanyl was found in nearly 80% of overdose deaths last year in Connecticut. Over 50% of those deaths involved other drugs.
The 2019 Thomas J. Dodd Prize in International Justice and Human Rights will be awarded to Brian Stevenson and the Equal Justice Initiative this Thursday in the Student Union Theater. Stevenson started the Equal Justice Initiative in 1989 to offer legal services to incarcerated and condemned people in Alabama. Since then, Stevenson has been an active lawyer and represented over 145 people on death row.
The Daily Campus reports the university's Senate voted in favor of shortening the students' grade appeal process from 6 months to 10 days through an amendment of its bylaws on Monday. Students are now required to notify the administration of their grade appeal request within 10 days of receiving their grade. This process was shortened from a 250-day process to a potential 64 days from the start to the finish. The policy is intended to minimize the wait time for students who may have received a wrong grade so it does not affect their GPA, graduation, or job prospects.
Mansfield wants you to go out and vote in the municipal election. Numerous positions are up for grabs, including First Selectman, Town Clerk, Town Council, Boards of Education, Finance, Zoning, and Police Commission. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
That's it for us tonight here at UCTV News.
We'll see you next week for another edition of UCTV News. Good night.